49ers versus Broncos, the preseason disaster nobody saw coming. It was supposed to be a fresh start, a clean slate, a chance for the San Francisco 49ers to shake off the dust of last year's disappointments and show fans a glimpse of the promise 2025 might hold. Instead, under the lights of Levi's Stadium, they delivered a nightmare. The Denver Broncos didn't just win, they dismantled San Francisco piece by piece, walking away with a commanding 39-0 victory that left more questions than answers. And here's the most unsettling part. The 49ers can't hide behind the "it's just preseason" excuse, not after this. A rocky beginning that never recovered. From the first snap, the tone was set. Most starters stayed on the bench, but the backups weren't ready to rise to the moment. Denver, even with their own reserves, looked sharper, hungrier, and as third-string players rotated in for both sides, the gap only grew more obvious. If there were silver linings, they were hard to find, but the weak spots, those were glaring. And tonight, we need to talk about them, because if they're not addressed fast, this team's problems will spill into the regular season. Carter Bradley fighting the wrong headlines. For quarterback Carter Bradley, the stakes couldn't have been higher. Signed just at the end of July, he already carried the weight of whispers that he was only here because his father, Gus Bradley, works on the 49ers coaching staff. This was his chance to prove them wrong. Instead, he gave them ammunition. 6 completions on 14 attempts, 32 yards, 1 interception, a brutal 20. 5 passer rating. And believe it or not, that wasn't even the lowest on the team. Tanner Mordecai somehow managed an 18.8. The clock is ticking on Bradley's time in San Francisco. If the front office makes cuts before the next preseason game, don't be surprised if his name is on the list. Nick Martin, expectations versus reality. Third-round pick Nick Martin entered camp with momentum. Scouts talked about his potential. Coaches talked about his intensity. But in the weeks since, D. Winters has surged ahead, and Martin, Saturday made things worse. Missed tackles, missed opportunities, missed chances to prove he belongs on the field when it counts. If he wants a role this season, he'll need more than raw talent. He'll need to clean up his execution, and fast. Spencer Burford, the cracks in the wall. In his 4th year with the team, Spencer Burford knows the importance of his job, backing up the great Trent Williams. When Williams is out, Burford is the shield that stands between the quarterback and disaster. But against Denver, that shield cracked. A natural guard forced into tackle duty, Burford was beaten more than once, surrendering multiple pressures and a sack to Nick Bonito, a player who frankly isn't exactly feared league-wide. Mistakes like that can cost games and cost players their jobs. John Lynch, the architect under scrutiny. General manager John Lynch wasn't wearing pads, but make no mistake, this loss has his fingerprints all over it. The roster he built looked thin, overmatched, and unprepared. After a 6-11 collapse last year, San Francisco still has $47.5 million in cap space, the third most in the league, sitting unused. With the regular season less than a month away, fans are left wondering, why hasn't it been spent shoring up depth? Time is running out. The pieces are there to improve this roster. But if Lynch doesn't move fast, this preseason warning shot could become a full-blown regular season crisis. The final whistle, or just the beginning. This wasn't just a loss. It was a red flag, a siren blaring through the organization. And while some will dismiss it as meaningless preseason football, others can't shake the uneasy feeling that what we saw at Levi's Stadium was a preview, not an exception. The 49ers have time to rewrite the story, but if they don't, we may look back on this night as the moment the ending was already written.